10 degrees and snowy, folks. Really starting to come down out there. Remember, the storm is going to pick up in intensity this afternoon. We have a long way to go with this one.
That's right. It's not going to take us out of its grasp for a long time. And while most of us hunker down, ride out the storm, New York City's Department of Sanitation, they're the ones that are on the front lines, jumping into action to keep the roads safe and clear for all essential personnel. Joining us now, Acting Commissioner of the Department of Sanitation, Javier Logan. It's great to see you in the command center there, Javier. We were asking you if you've got your finger on the button and you're ready to deploy everything. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So the snow is already starting to accumulate. It's been going now for a couple of hours. When do you get those plows going? And what was the work that you did before the first flakes even started to fall in order to make sure that you'd be ahead of the game?
Yeah, thank you. So we started pre-treating our roadways on Friday morning, and we completed that on all the highways and the on and off ramps. And then yesterday, we had a 7 p.m. shift, and that's when we began our split shift operation. We actually pre-salted all of the roadways across the city in anticipation of the early start, because we had to forecast having snow start as early as 1 a.m. It actually started, around 4 or 5 o'clock. So all the roads were pre-salted, and then we got a full spreading operation at 5:30. And then now we're initiating plow operations as we speak. We have tandem plows on the highways. So we're getting to that point where we're starting to see some accumulation. But where we have the playbook in play, and we're ready to go.
Javier, let's talk a little bit about how you pick areas to tackle first. Are there certain areas of the city right now that you focus on first? Is there a method to the madness?
Yeah, so when we are in a plowing operation, every street is on a route, and every route gets deployed at the same time. So it's our sectoring plan. So we don't do the priorities where neighborhoods are, first or last. So every neighborhood gets the proper allocation of plows, and they're deployed at the same time. So right now we have over 2,200 plows across the city, and protected bike lanes is another thing that we don't forget, and we are treating those as well.
And we're taking a live look outside here, outside of our studios. That's 42nd and 2nd. We can see accumulation. Not every road is the same across the 5 boroughs. You have some very diverse terrain that you need to cover. Not only wide streets like 42nd, there's the Cross Bronx. You can see it's basically whiteout conditions there. You have to navigate these narrower streets that we hear about, specifically in Queens and Brooklyn. A lot of times people make a lot of noise about sort of being left out and not being appropriately cleared. How are you handling that and staying on top of it when you're talking about such significant amounts of snowfall?
Yeah, so we have a really robust fleet of what we call internally holsters, and those are narrow spreaders that we're able to get into some of those small blocks. And those are deployed right away as soon as we get the first flakes, because they're able to dispense salt. So, be rest assured, we're keeping an eye on every neighborhood, every block. That's my goal, is to make sure everybody gets equitable service. So, obviously with these kind of snowfall rates, we can make a pass and it could be white, a couple minutes later. So
right.
Obviously, please be patient.
Sure.
We have the public website available, Plow NYC, where the public can track our progress and see, how we're doing.
All right, let's talk about the quality of the snow. 10 degrees, when it gets closer to 32, you get that wet, heavy snow. This is a powdery kind of thing. Does that help you? Maybe it makes it more complicated. Tell me.
Yeah, no, it actually gets difficult as the temperatures drop. Anything below 15 degrees, the rock salt that we use becomes less effective. So what we do is we add calcium chloride, which it adds to the effectiveness of that to 25 below zero. So we're doing that now. We're spraying that on our rock salt as it's being dispensed over salt spreaders. So we don't foresee a problem. We have over 300,000 gallons of that available. So we'll continue to do that as the day goes on.
You talked about the app, and I know that people can track and see when the plows are coming through their neighborhood. Is there a way, can they call into 311 if they feel that they've been left behind for some reason? If there's a special concern in their neighborhood, how can people be in touch with you to say, hey, we're not getting what we need here?
Yeah, so if you call 311, 311 will let them know that we're in an active snowstorm, and obviously every street is a priority for us. What will happen is we will be notified of those calls, and we will just make sure that we have our field supervisors just make sure there's no major issues that we're not aware of. But it's good for situational awareness. But again, we just ask the public to please be patient. And we're going to get there. We have such a robust operation going on now, and we're going to make obviously keep our eyes on all the streets.
All right, well, this snow is supposed to wrap up later today. Let's talk about tomorrow. That's the commute. School buses. Do you know about the schools, first of all, and if anybody's going to have to worry about the roads?
Can you steal Mom Donnie's thunder?
Yeah, yeah, right. And also, just what can we expect for the commute tomorrow morning?
Yeah, so I believe the mayor's going to make that decision sometime at midday today. But what I can tell you as far as tomorrow is we have, in conjunction with Department of Transportation, suspended alternate site parking regulations for Monday. So that should help. If people don't have to move their cars, obviously they'll move them. We will be employing some hired snow shovelers. So obviously that would help in our efforts. And then we have some contracted vendors as well to help us with some mechanical snow removal. So we have everything on our pulse for tomorrow. We're obviously the concern then will be just, crosswalks,
sure,
bus stops, things like that. So we're definitely looking forward ahead. So yeah, we're ready for that as well.
Any New Yorker knows the crosswalks are crazy when it comes to snowstorms. Before we let you go really quickly, are you a sweet or a savory when it comes to a snowstorm? Did you bring in the brownies or do you got a crock pot of chili going? Come on.
The sweet. I like the sweet stuff. So.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can send you something over. I don't know. We're going to take care of ourselves first here because we're in for the long haul as well. Sanitation Commissioner Javier Logan, we really appreciate you being here with us this morning. Thank you. Thanks for keeping your eyes and your hands on everything.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.